I tried this for 30 days, and my life changed. The day everything felt stuck. I remember that morning very clearly. It was quiet, too quiet. I woke up and stared at the ceiling. My phone was next to me. I picked it up without thinking. I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled again. Nothing changed. Same posts, same faces, same fake smiles. Then I stopped. I asked myself one simple question. Is this really my life? I felt tired. Not tired in my body, tired in my mind. I was busy every day, but I was not moving forward. I worked, I watched videos, I dreamed at night, but nothing became real. That feeling was heavy, like carrying a bag full of stones. I felt stuck. I felt small. I felt invisible. I told myself many excuses. I am too busy. I will start tomorrow. I need more time. But deep inside, I knew the truth. I was afraid. Afraid to fail. Afraid to try. Afraid to change. That morning, I looked at myself in the mirror. My eyes looked empty. I asked another question. What if nothing changes in 1 year? The answer scared me. I saw the same room, the same habits, the same regrets. That fear woke me up. I did not want a perfect life. I just wanted a different life. So I made a decision, a small one. I said this quietly. I will try for 30 days. Not forever, not 1 year, just 30 days. If nothing changes, I can stop. That thought felt safe. I did not want big goals. I did not want pressure. I only wanted to test myself. I wrote one sentence on paper. Just one. Try for 30 days. No excuses. I did not know what would happen. I did not know if it would work. But for the first time in a long time, I felt something new. Hope. The rule I promised to follow. Before I started, I made one rule. The rule was simple. Do something small every day. Not perfect, not impressive, just consistent. I learned something important that day. Big change does not start big. It starts small, very small. Like waking up 5 minutes earlier. Like opening a book for 1 page. Like listening instead of scrolling. I stopped asking, will this change my life? I started asking, can I do this today? That question felt easier. I chose 3 simple habits. The first habit was silence. Every morning I sat quietly for 5 minutes. No phone, no music, no talking. Just breathing. At first it felt strange. My mind was loud. Thoughts jumped everywhere. But I stayed. I did not fight my thoughts. I just watched them. After a few days, something changed. My mind felt clearer. The second habit was learning. Every day I learned something small. 1 English sentence, 1 new word, 1 short idea. No pressure, no rush. The third habit was writing. Every night I wrote 3 lines. What I did today, what I learned today, what I felt today. That was all. No long diary, no perfect grammar, just honesty. These habits looked small, almost useless, but I decided to trust the process. The first week felt hard. The first week was not exciting. I did not feel powerful. I did not feel successful. I felt uncomfortable. My phone called me all the time. Social media felt louder than before. My old habits wanted me back. I wanted to quit on day 3. I told myself, this is stupid, nothing is changing. But then I remembered my promise. 30 days, not 3 days. So I continued. Something interesting happened on day 5. I noticed time. I noticed how fast it passes. I noticed how often I waste it. That realization hurt, but it also helped me wake up. I started choosing better. I did not stop watching videos, I just watched less. I did not stop dreaming, I just started acting a little. Every small action felt like a vote for my future. I was not confident yet, but I was showing up. That was new. A small change in how I felt. At the end of week 1, I felt something different. I felt lighter. Not because my life changed, but because my direction changed. I was no longer waiting. I was moving, slowly, quietly. That gave me energy. I slept better. I woke up calmer. I was still scared, but I was also curious. What if this really works? That thought stayed with me. Why most people never try this. Many people want change. Few people try. Do you know why? Because change feels uncomfortable. Comfort feels safe, even when comfort hurts us. Scrolling is easy. Complaining is easy. Dreaming without action is easy. But trying is scary. Trying means responsibility. Trying means you cannot blame others. I understood this clearly in the first week. I stopped blaming time. I stopped blaming luck. I looked at myself. That was not easy, but it was honest. The promise I made to myself. At the end of day 7, I wrote one sentence in my notebook. Do not stop now. You are just starting. I did not feel successful, but I felt proud. For the first time in a long time, I kept a promise to myself. That alone felt powerful.
Part 2, Days 8 to 20, When the Mind Starts to Change. Day 8 felt different. Not dramatic, not magical, just different. I woke up before my alarm. The room was quiet. The light was soft. I did not reach for my phone. That surprised me. I sat in silence again. 5 minutes, just breathing. My mind was still busy, but it was not shouting anymore. It felt like the noise moved farther away. That morning, I smiled for no reason. The moment I started to notice my thoughts. Before this challenge, my thoughts controlled me. If I felt lazy, I stopped. If I felt scared, I avoided. I believed every thought. But around day 10, something changed. I noticed my thoughts instead of obeying them. A thought came, you are not good enough. I did not fight it. I did not believe it. I just watched it. It passed. That felt powerful. I learned something important. Thoughts are not commands. They are just visitors. You do not have to let them stay. A quiet confidence begins to grow. Confidence did not arrive loudly. It did not say, you are amazing. It whispered, you can keep going. That was enough. I started doing small things without fear. I spoke more slowly. I listened more carefully. I stopped rushing. When I made mistakes, I did not panic. I learned. That felt new. Before, mistakes meant failure. Now, mistakes meant feedback. This change in meaning changed everything. How my English practice felt different. Learning English used to feel heavy. I compared myself to others. I felt slow. Now I focused on one sentence at a time. I listened carefully. I repeated softly. I did not rush. I enjoyed the sound, the rhythm. English became a daily walk, not a race. Some days were easy, some days were hard, but I showed up every day. That consistency built trust in the process, trust in myself. The day I realized discipline is freedom. Day 12 was a turning point. I did not feel motivated that day. I felt tired. Old me would stop, but new me did something different. I started anyway. 5 minutes, that was all. After 5 minutes, I continued. That day I learned a big truth. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline is not punishment. It is protection. It protects your future from your moods. That idea stayed with me. My evenings became quiet and meaningful. Before this challenge, my nights disappeared. I watched, I scrolled, I forgot.
Now my evenings felt slower. I wrote my 3 lines. What I did, what I learned, what I felt. Sometimes I wrote, today was hard. Sometimes I wrote, I am proud. That honesty felt healing. I slept better. My dreams became clearer. The inner voice changed. Something else happened. The voice inside my head changed its tone. Before, it was cruel. You are lazy. You are behind. Now it sounded calmer. Try again. You are learning. This voice did not appear suddenly. It was trained by repetition, by patience, by small wins. This voice became my ally. A shift in how I saw time. Time felt different now. Before, time escaped me. Now I noticed it. I stopped wasting entire hours. I protected small moments, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. These moments added up. I understood something simple. Life is built in minutes, not in big plans. Days 15 to 18, when it gets quiet, but strong. These days were not exciting. Nothing big happened, but something deep was forming. My habits felt normal. No struggle, no excitement, just routine. That was a good sign. Change was becoming part of me. I was no longer forcing it. I was living it. The day I looked at myself differently. On day 19, I caught my reflection in the mirror. I stopped. I looked at my eyes. They looked alive. Not perfect, not fearless, but awake. I said something quietly. You are doing well. That moment stayed with me. What I learned about the mind. By day 20, I understood one clear truth. The mind learns what you repeat. If you repeat fear, fear grows. If you repeat effort, strength grows. The mind does not care about excuses. It responds to action. Small action, daily action. This knowledge felt empowering. The question that prepared me for the final days. That night, I wrote one question in my notebook. Who will I be at day 30? Not what will I have? Who will I become? That question guided the final days. Part 3, days 21 to 30. The life that slowly appeared. Day 21 arrived quietly. No fireworks, no applause, just another morning. But something was different. The resistance was gone. I did not argue with myself anymore. I did not negotiate with my habits. I simply did what needed to be done. That felt powerful. When discipline becomes identity. Before, discipline was something I tried to do. Now it felt like part of who I was. I was not forcing change. I was living it. I no longer said, I should practice today. I said, this is what I do. That shift changed everything. When habits become identity, they stop feeling heavy. They feel natural.
Days 22 to 24. Small signs of a new life. During these days, I noticed small signs. I listened better. I spoke with more clarity. I paused before reacting. My English felt smoother. Not perfect, but alive. I understood more. I remembered more. I trusted myself more. That trust was new. The emotional change I did not expect.
The biggest change was not external. It was emotional. I felt calmer. Even when things went wrong, I stayed present. I did not escape. I did not panic. I breathed. This calm gave me strength to continue. Day 25, the day I stopped seeking motivation. On day 25, I realized something important. I no longer searched for motivation. I did not need it. I had momentum. Momentum comes from consistency, not from inspiration. This understanding freed me. I stopped waiting for the perfect feeling. I acted first. Feelings followed. How failure lost its power. During the final days, I still made mistakes, but they felt different. They did not define me. They guided me. Failure was no longer an enemy. It became a teacher. This shift removed fear, and without fear, progress became faster. Day 27. A clear vision appears. That day, I sat in silence longer than usual. I asked myself one question. What kind of life do I want? The answer came slowly. A simple life, a focused life, a life built on daily effort. Not a perfect life, a real one. The power of showing up every day. By now, I understood the secret. Success is not loud. It whispers. It grows in quiet rooms. It grows when no one is watching. It grows when you show up again and again and again. This truth changed my relationship with effort. Effort was no longer painful. It was meaningful. Day 29. Gratitude changes the heart. On day 29, I felt thankful, not for big results, for small progress, for discipline, for clarity, for courage. Gratitude softened me. It reminded me how far I came.
Day 30. I did not become someone else. On day 30, I looked back. I did not become rich. I did not become famous, but I became reliable. I trusted myself. I kept a promise. That was the real victory. What actually changed my life? My life did not change because of one big action. It changed because of 30 small ones, repeated daily. Consistency built confidence. Confidence built clarity. Clarity built direction. Direction changed my life. This is not the end. The 30 days ended, but the habits stayed, because now they were part of me. I did not finish a challenge. I started a lifestyle. A message for you. If you feel stuck, start small. Do not wait for motivation. Create momentum. Give yourself 30 days, not to be perfect, to be present. Your life will not change in one day, but it can change direction, and direction changes everything. The final truth. You do not need a new life. You need new daily actions, small ones, done consistently. Try for 30 days and see what appears.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.